Welcome to Bringing Back the Smile with myself, Dave Sheahan, and I'm delighted to bring this show to Lyra Media TV to complement all the other great shows that they have. Now, what is Bringing Back the Smile? What is this show? Why am I doing it? And why am I really passionate about getting the show off the road and getting it out there to people all over and hopefully making a positive impact on you? Well, if you look at the last 13 months, what have we experienced? What have we endured? We've endured incessant negativity in the media, incessant. No matter what media you're looking at, listen to, every single day, it's been non-stop negativity. Now, what has that done to the Irish population and the global population? It's created so much anxiety, it's created so much upset, it's created so much fear, it's created, fear of living. Now, most people are not actually living right now. Okay, most people are literally living in fear of death, when the only fear I always tell people you should have is regret. And people have literally lost a year, at this stage, over a year of their lives. And the media have a lot to do with it, and this is something I created as an idea that I wanted to do about 5 months ago. And I've been looking for a way of doing it. And I'm delighted to partner with Lyra Media TV to launch this program, Bring Back the Smile. And I hope this show is going to literally do that. Bring back the smile, uplift your spirits, work on your mental health. I think the last 13 months for most people has been a hell of a journey, and one that has, created so much negative emotions and has also, hammered their mental health. And I'm sure that's what you feel, no matter who you are. This has been emotionally draining, energetically draining, vibrationally draining, mentally draining, and it doesn't matter who you are. Like, I'm working on myself for over 25 years now, and I have found it a drain in that way. I have found it has taken me down some days where even getting out of bed is a struggle. Can you relate? I'm sure you can, because practically everyone can relate to that. And it's because of the incessant fear-mongering that's out there. So I want to bring back the smile. And how are we going to do that? We're going to bring back the smile by having a weekly show at the moment, which I hope will become a daily show, that will counteract the fear-mongering, negative media that's out there. In particular, shows like Joe Duffy Show, The Late Late Show, and pretty much anything that's on RTE. All these different shows are just incessant fear-mongering. And this is why I decided I want to do a show like this a couple of months ago, because I want to counteract it. Instead of shows that depress people and make them anxious and create only negative emotions and only negative energy, I want to create a show that's going to do the total opposite, make you feel good, make you feel more positive, make you smile. That's why I call it, bring back the smile. Because when you smile, you feel good. You can't smile and not feel good. And I hope the show is going to do it. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to have a show that's dedicated to just positivity. Now, that's going to include things like me giving you some positivity tips, positive mindset. Like, at the end of the day, your mind is a control tower, okay? And this is where, again, the media knows that. And this is why it's incessant fear-mongering, because when they control your mind and the way you're thinking, they can control your actions and your behavior. And we can see that across the country. We can see it across the world, the way people are behaving and the actions that they're taking. And, they're not living life, as I said. And we should be living life. You get one life. And you need to live it fully. And like I said, live in fear of regret. And I'll see my t-shirt. See the message? Make your own destiny. Every single day you're making your own destiny. And this is something I want to teach you in the coming weeks and months, that you are making your own destiny, that you are in control of where your life is and where your life is going. You can create the vision that you want out of your life. You have your life experiences down to your actions and your decisions and your behaviors. And when you feel better within yourself, when you have better self-love, self-image, feel more confident in yourself, when you're not consumed with negative emotions, your life is going to be so much better. Like I said, think about when you smile. How do you feel? Think about when you laugh. How do you feel? Everything's great, right? Well, how about if you're feeling like that the majority of the time? That can only happen if you're in control of your mind and in control of your thoughts, and you're truly living life fully and truly living the life you want to live. So throughout these shows, week on week, and like I said, eventually, hopefully, if you guys like it and it becomes popular, I will definitely do the show daily. What do we want to have on it? I will share tips. I will share strategies. I will do like a daily motivational message or a weekly motivational message initially. We will have some great music, uplifting music. We will have things like jokes. We'll have positive stories. In the media, when in your lifetime have you heard positive news stories on any media? When or how often? I'd say I can count on my hand how many times in my life, and I'm 43 years of age, that I've heard positive news stories in media. It's always negative. It's always negative. I want to show up your positive news stories. I want to have great guests where we'll share inspiring stories of courage, inspiring stories of tackling challenges and obstacles and overcoming them, amazing stories of resilience, amazing stories of turning dreams into reality, stuff that's inspiring. Like what I've been about for over 25 years now is educating, motivating, and inspiring people to become the best that they can be. And I want this for you. I want you to become the best that you can be. I want you to have the best life experience that you can have. And I want you to, again, do and be and have all that you want in life, because you can do it. But you can only do it when what goes on between your ears is predominantly positive. Is the only way. When you're consumed with negative emotions, your life will stay as it is. It doesn't matter how much you say you might want to do, but it's not going to change. It's not going to happen. So you need to create a positive mindset. And unfortunately, for the last 13 months, for most people, their mind has been bombarded. And for a lot of people, they've never really worked on themselves properly anyway. So again, over the coming weeks and months, I'm going to share with you a lot of tips and strategies. And I hope through inspiring stories, inspiring guests, as I said, having a laugh at different kind of jokes, uplifting music, stories like that. All this kind of stuff is going to help you to feel better, and it'll start to bring back the smile. Let's bring back the smile to our communities. Let's bring back the smile to our friends and our families. Let's bring back the smile to our counties, to our provinces, to our country, to the world. It's now this is needed, now more than ever. And I hope the show's going to do it. Now, it's not just me that's going to help for this to happen. You're going to play a huge role in this as well, because I want this to be an engaged show. I don't want this to be just like a monologue. I have no problem coming on talking every single show and talking about stuff and sharing information and so on. But that's not the vision I have for bringing back the smile. My vision for bringing back the smile is that we have a growing, engaged community where people will eventually phone in and we have conversations, or you might email in, or you might send messages in across social media, sharing your own personal success stories or happy stories or acts of kindness or funny stories or jokes you want to share, being a guest on the show, all this kind of stuff. I want you to be engaged. So, between now and the next show, I'd love if you contact the station or contact me directly about what you'd like to share. As I said, it could be something as simple as a joke. We'll have things like joke of the day. Okay. As I said, message of the day. Great stories. Is someone in your community doing something good? Because again, all we ever hear is bad. It's all we ever hear is bad and negative. And that's what creates so much negative emotions in people. But what good stories? Who has had an act of kindness to you? Who have you experienced an act of kindness from? Maybe you've even seen just an act of kindness. It doesn't have to be anything major. Maybe it's just someone's in a community that's always happy-go-lucky, that every person they pass to say hello to and give them a smile. Someone maybe who helps someone, maybe some of the elderly more vulnerable by doing their shopping for them and bringing it to them, or bringing in meals to them, or cooking for them, or just going in and spending some time for them. Maybe it's someone who does so much work with the homeless, totally off their own bat. Homelessness is something that's growing at a rapid rate right now. There's some wonderful people out there who do an amazing work. I know some of them myself. People like that who deserve recognition. Let's use bringing back the smile to give recognition to those people who are doing things for others. We are the human race. We're not meant to be selfish and greedy and self-serving in everything we do. And unfortunately, the world has become that way because society and its conditioning has created that kind of environment. So what's important is that we recognize and acknowledge those people who are doing good things, who are bringing a smile to people's faces, who are bringing some joy into people's lives. And I urge you to live more consciously of you doing the same. And again, that's the essence of bringing back the smile. I want to be a show that will bring back the smile to you directly, but will also have an impact on your own decisions and behaviors and actions. A show that will have an impact on the way your brain processes your thoughts. A show that will have an impact on you turning your dreams into reality. So it's not all about talk, there's a lot of action. Because if you just talk all the time and no action, nothing changes. The action is the most important thing. The execution of ideas is how things change. So, that's the kind of essence of it. But I want you, again, to be part of it. Be a listener, be a watcher, enjoy it. That's huge. But I want you to engage and, as I said, share about other people, share about your own stories. We all have stories in our life. It's like I'd say to people, everyone's got a book. Like I've authored a number of books and I've co-authored a number of books. And sometimes people say to me, "Oh, it's amazing. How did you write a book? That's incredible." I always say to them, "You can do the same. We all have stories. Every single one of us has stories." And I want us to start sharing stories and bring back the smile. Stories again that will bring a smile to people's faces. Anything that will bring a smile to people's faces, I want to get it on the show. And this is where I want you to engage with us and send us those stories, to contact us. If you'd like to come on and share a story, fantastic. If you prefer to just email it in or send a message, that's fine. Or if you prefer to go on a phone call and we just chat about it, and I'll then verbalize it myself to the audience, that's fine. Whatever way you would like to do it. But the main thing again is that you get engaged and you share. And as I said, that we bring back the smile to people. I'm sure you want to bring back the smile. And think about, again, the last 13 months, think about what you felt yourself. Like, unless you are very, very strong energetically and emotionally, vibrationally and mentally, you've had times when you've literally found it hard to function. You found it hard to get out of bed. Like, I'm very strong mentally, but this has had a huge impact on me. It's had an impact on my business, had an impact on my life. And there have been times, I'm totally open to admit, where I literally have not wanted to get out of bed. And that's someone who's very mentally strong. And that's why I fear so much for the vast majority of people who are not mentally strong, who've not really worked on themselves, not worked on their mindset, not worked on their psychology, because they don't really know how. And the information isn't properly out there. But I found that hard. But my life up to this point has helped me to kind of bring myself back up when needed, to dig deeper when I've needed to. And we need to do that. And again, bringing back the smile can be part of the digging deeper. Just listening to this, hopefully, is going to lift someone up, give them that bit of a spark. What I think of it, here's one little thing I want you to start doing, okay, I can guarantee you start bringing back the smile. It's something I started doing many years ago. Many years ago, I made a conscious decision that everyone I come in contact with and that I pass, I'm going to smile and acknowledge. So typically I'd smile at them, or I might say hello or nod or something. I'll acknowledge them. And I started doing it. And most people don't acknowledge you back. And that's fine, because I'm doing my part, okay? And my son has, initially especially, because when we were going for walks, he used to say to me quite often, "Why do you bother not even acknowledging them? You're smiling, they're not smiling. It's kind of stupid. You're saying hello, they're not responding to you." And I always said to him, do your part. So I'm doing my part and doing what I feel is right to try and raise the vibrations and raise the energy and raise the smile and just be human. Now, that person could be smiling inside at the fact that I smile at them. That person past me could be having a horrendous day. They could have had terrible news a few minutes before that. They might just have got out of the wrong side of the bed. Who knows what's going on? Only the person themselves ever knows what's going on in their life. And me giving that smile, me giving that bit of acknowledgement, could be that tiny spark that just gives them that tiny bit of energy that allows them to make something of that day. A day that was going only one direction, that spark could be to bring it back up again. And sometimes that's all we need. Like, think about it. How many times have you felt amazing only from one thing, one little thing, or a person's words or a person's comments or something like that to take it down? It's a millisecond. Same can be the other way around. So something as simple as smiling at and acknowledging people can have a profound effect. And it's like a domino effect. That one little spark can lead to something else. Might mean that they go home, they do some action that they weren't going to do. And then that leads to something else. Then they suddenly got momentum. And then with that momentum, then they're building and they're building and they're building. And their life turns around. Now, of course, some people it might make any difference. But the point is, never underestimate the power of seemingly insignificant actions. Okay? Do what's right. This is something we need to start doing more of. I don't see much of it around, and there needs to be more of it. And I want to see more of it. I want to encourage you to do such simple things that will have a positive impact on other people. So I want you from now on to acknowledge everyone you pass. So smile at them, wave at them, nod at them. Say, "Hey, how's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening," whatever it might be. And if they don't respond to you, doesn't matter. Don't take it personally. Just you've done your part. Okay? It's like in any two-way situation, there needs to be both parties engaging, but you do your engagement, that's your job done. Like in every relationship, same thing. It's a two-way thing. If one person's doing everything right and everything they should do and the other is not, well, the person who's doing everything that they should do can't do any more. And that's the way it is. Okay? So that's one little thing I want you to start doing. I can guarantee you that will start to bring back a few smiles. I guarantee you'll notice it. And you know another thing? It makes you feel better. It's a win-win situation. You can't smile at someone or acknowledge someone without actually feeling a bit better yourself. Okay? Because smiling feels good. Think about it. Smile now. It feels good, right? Smile now. I can guarantee you're going to feel good. But by you doing that, and then the fact you acknowledge and you hopefully help someone else, that feels good as well. So it's a win-win situation. So that's why it's so powerful. And this is why, like I said, don't underestimate the power of simple, seemingly at the time, insignificant actions. I have experienced some amazing times in my life, and every single one of them has come from me doing what seemed like insignificant action at the time. But then I consistently took more action, and it led to another and another and another, and it's like a domino effect. Okay, so let's get happy again. Let's start living again. It's time to take the shackles off and stop following irrational, illogical, unjustified, unscientific, ridiculous rules. Be with your friends, be with your family, be outside, have fun, play your sports, do fun stuff, do what's going to bring back the smile to you. I'm living a pretty normal life for the last 12, 13 months because a long time ago, I stopped watching media. A long time ago, I stopped watching TV. Best thing you can ever do, stop watching your bloody TV. Turn the damn thing off, and especially the news and general media. Watch stuff like Lear Media TV, where you give a balanced view on everything, where Lear Media TV stands for the truth and sharing both sides of every single situation and injustice around the world. A station which has shows where getting wonderful, inspiring people on to share their lives, to share their successes, to share their tips, to share their strategies, to have wonderful guests who will inspire you by what they say, what they do, what they've experienced. This is why I've decided to partner with Lear Media TV because their ethos is very much the same as my ethos for over 25 years working as a high performance consultant with the sole purpose of making a positive impact in people's lives. That's solely what I live for and live for day in, day out, 24/7 for over 25 years now. And Lear Media TV's ethos is exactly the same. So many wonderful shows, so many wonderful presenters, so many wonderful guests, all with the same goal. Share the truth, have balance, let people be able to make up informed decisions by seeing both sides of every situation and injustice that is in the world, by having guests who inspire and make people want to be better in themselves just by listening to them, and like bringing back the smile, trying to counteract the negativity of I identify specifically shows like the Joe Duffy show, which I've always despised, and I've always said if you want to get more depressed, if you're already depressed, go on listen to Joe Duffy. Or if you're not depressed yet and you'd like to get depressed for whatever reason, listen to Joe Duffy. And now I don't know, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is, of constant negativity, constant moaning. He's a professional moaner, basically. Okay? That's what shows like that are for. Supposed entertainment shows like the Late Late Show, which for the last 13 months has had practically zero entertainment and constant fear mongering. It has shifted from something that people watch for entertainment on a Friday evening to something now that basically instills more and more and more fear and has repeated guests like people like Luke O'Neill, who I won't even get into what I think about that guy, but that create only negative emotions. So something that used to entertain people now just makes them feel even worse. That creates even more fear and more negative emotions. That's just two shows. There's practically all the media is just putting out shows all the time. They're just fear mongering all the time. There's no joy in them. People just feeling worse than them. And bringing back the smile is here now on Lear Media TV. This is our home, and we're going to create a show that is going to bring back the smile and make you feel better. And I hope we'll do that. As I said, I want you to be engaged. I don't want this to be mainly just me talking every week or every show. I want you to start contacting the station or contact me directly with questions you'd like me to address, topics you'd like me to address. Let me know stories of kindness and generosity and anything that's uplifting, challenges that maybe you have had, successes you've had, resilience that you've shown or other people you know have shown, your favorite jokes, your favorite songs, again, uplifting stuff. Like even the song, the music that we'll play on the show, that we'll play a couple like songs every time, is going to be uplifting. It needs to be uplifting both in the musical side of it and the lyrical side of it. So start sending in your requests for music you want to hear. Things like as well, acknowledgements, like people's birthdays, people's anniversaries. If someone's achieved something, even if your child has achieved something in school today and has achieved an award, let us know. Let me acknowledge the person on the show. Anything that's uplifting. That's what Bring Back the Smile is about. Sorry. All right. So that's just a quick intro to Bringing Back the Smile. We'll have first full episode next week. Hope you enjoy this. Make sure again, you like, you share, check out Lyra Media TV on YouTube, check out all the other. I think that there's hundreds and hundreds of videos out there already and shows out there. So check it out on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and everywhere, and share it out there. And let's work with us here on Lyra Media TV to make this station a huge success, to make it not just a success in Ireland, but to make it a success globally, because its ethos is something that will have a positive impact on people, whoever you are, whatever demographic, whatever age, wherever you are, whatever stage of life you're in. Lyra Media TV will have a positive impact on you if you listen to the messages and if you run with the messages. And we want, as I said, you to be engaged. So that's just a quick intro show from me, Dave Sheahan. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. Remember, start smiling and acknowledging anyone that you pass from now on. I can guarantee you it will not only make you feel better, but it'll increase the chance of you making them feel better. And doesn't it feel great to be the spark that lights up someone's world? Think about it. Just that little spark makes all the difference. So hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to the next episode, and make sure to tune in for next show and start engaging with us. Start sending us in your messages, start sending us in requests, your stories, your jokes, your song requests, and acknowledgements, everything. Okay? Have a good one. Keep smiling.